Li Jingliang is in a terrible position. Carlos Prates has backed him into the cage, and he has an astounding 78-inch reach, a 6-inch reach advantage over Li. As long as Prates keeps Li at the end of his range, Li has a serious problem to solve. If he stays here, he'll continue to get hit, while unable to hit back. He can't move backward because he's against the fence, leaving two other options: move sideways along the cage, or move forward and try to punch his way out of this situation. If he moves forward, he has to cover at least 6 inches in order to overcome that reach advantage, during which he's open for counterattacks. So instead, Li chooses to move laterally, away from Prates' power side. But this doesn't really solve his problem because Prates can just stalk him down. As long as Li is at the end of his range, Prates can tee off on him without the risk of getting hit, and this eventually leads to a knockout. This is a different approach from other lengthy strikers. Israel Adesanya, for example, uses his length to land shots from distance in the center and remain relatively untouched. Pereira likes to pressure his opponents to the cage in a similar fashion as Prates, but instead of staying at the end of his range, he likes to fight in the pocket with shorter power shots like hooks and knees. But both of these approaches carry problems with them. For Adesanya, his opponents always have the option of moving backward, away from his shots. Pereira deals with that problem by backing them against the cage, but when he steps into the pocket to land his hooks and knees, he leaves himself vulnerable to return fire. Prates deals with both of these problems by pressuring his opponents against the cage like Pereira, but then keeping them at the end of his range like Adesanya, where he has the advantage. And he relies on two key weapons from this range, his knees and his left cross, which synergize beautifully. Prates eats a jab from Giles, while landing a knee to the body. Now Giles is thinking about this threat, so when Prates immediately follows it up with the 1-2, Giles keeps his right elbow close to his ribs and leans off to his right to brace for the knee, and he was totally unprepared to parry the cross in time. Just like the knee can set up the cross can also set up the knee. Once again, Prates has backed his opponent up to the cage, and he grabs his opponent's lead wrist. This neutralizes Radke's jab or lead hook, but it also occupies his own lead hand, so Radke is most concerned with the left cross and the left knee. But Prates has a clear advantage here because he's keeping Radke at the end of his range, and he lands a stunning left cross. Now Radke has his right hand up, ready to defend another one, leaving a huge opening for a knee to the liver.